My dear brothers and sisters and my respected elder ones, today I, Snehasi Chatterjee, I am here on my YouTube channel Future Politics of India to talk with you on my topic, and I am very sorry that yesterday it was Sunday but I could not meet you because I was a little bit busy with some analyze and to talk with some persons and also hear some persons word on the election result, on the topic, on the matter of election result, that you know that yesterday it was the election result of India of 5 states of Kerala, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Assam. And you know about the results. I am not going to say anything about this, only briefly I am saying that you know in Kerala LDF is getting the power again, and in Tamil Nadu the power is changed, the power has gone to Stalin. And in West Bengal, you know, though Mamata Banerjee defeated to his on time, sorry, to her on time disciple Shubhendu Adhikari, but his team, his party, All India Trinamool Congress has won and is going to come in the government again for the third time. And in Assam, you know, BJP or Bharatiya Janata Party is remaining in the government. And also you know about the Puducherry result, that it was a tough fight between NDA and UPA, though in India win with a low margin. So that's all. And I should confess to you that before yesterday, I had a prediction that in West Bengal, as I am belonging from West Bengal, so I have seen the society of West Bengal. I had a prediction that in West Bengal, All India Trinamool Congress will stay in the power or will stay in the government. Mamata Banerjee will stay in the government. I predicted it. I thought it. But I thought also that they will have a very close fight with Bharatiya Janata Party, and I thought about 30 to 40 margin, 30 to 40 seats margin. But my prediction is totally gone in vain because they had a high lead, a big lead, and they had a great win. And I also say that there is a huge role of poll strategist Prashant Kishore, who is belonging from Bihar and also who has helped Mamata Banerjee and Stalin also. Both of these places, both of the leaders have won by help of Prashant Kishore. And I should say that today we are not going to discuss only current things or past things. I have said this current thing because I want to relate current things to future things. Because if always we say about future, then it is seem to be we are going to be an utopian. Because always we should not say on a fixed topic. That's why I related current to future. Now I am going to the mainstream of my topic, that motivation towards future politics. It is very much important, and in this topic I am going to tell something. I am going to share with you something, some points, and also a huge point will highlight the election, as now the trend of election is going on today. Also in many places the trend of election is very much not peaceful. I should not say that very much bloody, but not peaceful. So now I am going to connect election, the topic of election, the topic of field politics or future politics, and also the topic of intellectual politics with the future politics, with the motivation towards future politics. So I think that you youth, at first I am talking with the youth, I am talking for the youth, that youth can motivate. Many times we think that we cannot motivate. I have said that youth can motivate. But why I have said? Because I have seen that many times we think we cannot motivate. We means the youth. Many times our old persons say that I can motivate you because they have experience. I am not denying it. But youth can also motivate. I am hitting this word. I am hitting this thought. I am telling it again and again. Because you are belonging from a society, you are belonging from a family, then if you talk with your parents, then you can motivate them. If you talk with your neighbors, then you can motivate them. You may motivate them, you should try to motivate them. If you can motivate them, then how you cannot motivate your country? You can motivate your country, you should motivate your country. And that's the main nationalism, that's bring nationalism. So at first I am arguing, not arguing, I am denying that fact that youth cannot motivate. I am denying it that youth cannot motivate. Youth can motivate. So motivation is such that not only based on some speeches, not only based on anything like our words, not only political science. I am also not only a student of political science, I am also a student of general science, but I am talking about motivation. Why? Because I am a citizen. Every citizen can motivate everyone, so this is important. So as we have seen election, then I should relate motivation also with election. That in election we have seen PM Modi or Yogi Adityanath or Amit Shah has tried to motivate, and many other leaders, maybe Stalin, maybe Rahul Gandhi, everyone has tried to motivate ours, means we the people of India, but we have not motivated well by their words. This is the difference, that to be motivated or to motivate. One is in active voice, one is in passive voice. Which one will you choose? I'm giving you options. Active voice or passive voice? No, I think that no, you should not be passive. I think today our youth of India is not thinking to be passive. So don't be motivated. I'm not telling that you should not think any motivational speaker is bad. No, they are good, but you should judge their words by your consciousness. It is important that you are hearing to me, you are hearing to Vivek Bindra, motivational speaker. I am none. I am only a very little person, but I am giving some great person's example. That Vivek Bindra, the motivational speaker, or PM Narendra Modi. They are great speakers. You are hearing to them. Then are you going to motivate by their words? Yes, you are going to be motivated by their words. It is right. It is quite right. But if you are only blind to their words, then it is too much bad. You should take good words from good persons, great persons like Swami Vivekananda, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahatma Gandhi, everyone, Bhagajatin, everyone. But you should judge your words, your thoughts. It is important. And also, I have to say something about politics also, that in politics, many times we have seen that people are saying we should remain constant. People are saying that this government is well, and if this government is not well, then the new government will not be well. The new government will be worse than this government. They are thinking that if they make a change, then it will be very much dangerous to them. It is very much bad idea. No, we should make a change when it is necessary, because we know change is the only constant. Remember this, change is the only constant. Many a times it is very much useful in your life, in your business, in your economics, in your study life also, that you change your tactics, then you can be succeeded. I am giving you an example, that Ajit Doval, I think you know about Ajit Doval. He is a great person, and in many words and in many problems he helped our country India to succeed. And as I have done the case study of Ajit Doval, or as I have heard the case study of Ajit Doval, then I realized that he is not only believing in one tactics, he has many tactics. He is always transforming him to a new one. It is important, and to always transform you to a new one. Always think something new. Don't think that you cannot belong, or you cannot live with a new thought. Think, if you are going to be modern, then you can be a good person in this world. You can live, you can be alive in this world. So try to transform you into a new one and take some new ideas. Don't believe that always I should be constant. And I'm going to another point, that field politics versus intellectual politics. It is very much important that many a times our youth thinks if we are going to win the election, as I have told that in motivation I am going to talk about election also, because the current trend is of election. So many a times our youth thinks of this, that if we are going to win election, then we should know the field, we should know the soil from where we are belonging, we should know the analyze, we should know some poll strategists what their thoughts, we should hire some poll strategists like Prashant Kishore. No, it is not totally important. Yes, it is important for some cases, but in many cases it is not important. Your intellectual thoughts is very much important, and your emotion, your feelings is also important in politics. Many times you think that emotion has no importance in politics. No, it is not right. I am giving another example that Mamata Banerjee, some days ago, before the election, he was hurted in Nandigram, from where he tried to win as a candidate, but he lost at last. But it is not our matter. Our matter is, then he had some mishap and he had a problem with his leg. It was very necessary, and the doctors plastered his leg, his foot, his ankle, I should say, his her ankle. And then I think she collected some emotions of West Bengal people. And if you are going to be a politician, you should collect emotion. It is important. And not only politician. We all are not thinking for politician, for being a politician. But we should think that we all are one politician. Maybe we are belonging from a middle class family, maybe we are belonging from mediocrity, maybe we are belonging from poor family, but we all have a political potential in ourselves, because we all are the citizen of a democratic country, of the biggest democratic country. So we all are politician. You think this with your heart, with your mind. Always listen to your heart's words, what your heart says, that what is right, what is wrong. It is very much important. And also I want to give you some thinking of mine, that in past days the good kings were used to visit the houses of poor people or middle class people to see, to notice their condition, their thought, to know about their thought. It is very much important in today's politics also. If you are going to be a politician, and if you are trying to win the election, if you are trying to work for the people, then you should visit people. Not only analyze will help you to win the election, you should visit people's house, you should know their words, you should know their thoughts, not for showing, not in front of camera, in disguise, as I am telling. In Ramayana, in Mahabharata, in these epics, there was also this concept that many a times Raja Ram or the King Ram visited many poor class people's house, and also in Mahabharata also the King Pandu also visited some poor class or middle class people or rich people also, how their houses, to see the demography of his country. It is important. You know the demography of your country, and how can you know? You cannot know by only the data. You can know by your intellectual feelings. It is important, and I describe it as disguise politics, and this disguise politics is very much important. I think it also relates with emotion, it also relates with our feelings and our thoughts, everything. This disguise politics relate everything. And I am telling that many times when we are in the family, then we think that we have no importance to think about politics, no importance to think about election. In this time of pandemic also, we have I have seen that in West Bengal, many families are thinking that I should not go to the booth to elect or to participate in the biggest festival of democracy. Why? Because we have to save our life. Yes, it is right. But always to save our life is not important than democracy. Yes, manpower is important. Not only manpower, woman power also. I should describe manpower and woman power and child power also, youth power also. So demographical power is important for a country, but nationalism is much more important than demographical power. I am telling this with my thoughts. So this is all. And also I have other things to say, that motivation cannot be done by anyone. As I have said also earlier, motivation is done by your heart, what your consciousness say, what you say, what you talk with yourself, is that is motivation. You can motivate yourself by talking with yourself. And many times we criticize the government, it is good, but to be a strong opponent of the government, or not only the government, to be a strong opponent of any thought, any person, is not quite right. I think we should not be a blind opponent. We should be criticizer. We should criticize. We can criticize for some bad steps. We can praise for some good steps. But the opponents always criticize. It is not right. Opponents always oppose if it is a good step or if it is a bad step. It is not right. And what is the relation with this thought, as I have said about criticize, with our topic? Am I distracted with my topic, or am I distracting from my topic? No, I have in the path of my topic. I am in the path of my topic. That motivation has a clear relation with this criticize. When you criticize the society, when you criticize yourself, then you can motivate yourself, and then you can motivate your neighbors, and then you can motivate your society and your country. So at first, charity begins at home. You all know this. As I have told these words, this was all in my mainstream of my topic, and I'm going to have some urge to the youth, to the mothers, fathers of India, and to the old persons, our grandpas, our grandmas. I have some urge to yourselves. I have an urge that in this time of election, maybe you are thinking that politics is nothing but a bloody thing. No, please don't think this. Politics is consisting everything. Maybe it is economics, maybe it is demography, maybe it is general science, maybe it is arts. Politics is consisting everything, and politics is of our thoughts, our words. So think that you are a politician. Youth, you think that you are a politician. Those youth, I'm talking with those youth who are in a family and who are thinking that I cannot be a politician. I hate politics because what is our place in politics? Politics is for only leaders. No, please change your thought. Change is the only constant, I have said. So please change your thought that politics is of your words, your thoughts, and you can be a politician, a local politician. And also my mothers who are working in the kitchen, and maybe who are sweeping their suite on this scorching heat of summer, I am telling to them also that mothers, you think in many times that you are not related with politics. Many times you only elect those candidates whose your society or your family members say. But it is not quite right. Yes, you are working for us. You are not thinking that you are motivating us. My mother has motivated me. Your mothers, I'm going talking with my youth, that your mothers has motivated you. So mothers, why are you thinking that You are not a motivational speaker. Every one of you is a motivational speaker and can motivate your neighbors. If we can motivate our neighbors, if we can motivate our citizens, if we can motivate our society, then whole India will be motivated by us. And this thought is very much important, that locally we will motivate everyone, and then in bigger part, in greater part of India, the whole India will be motivated to a new India, for a new India, and it will be a nationalist India, for the nationalism of India. So motivate your neighbors, motivate your family members, and it is very much important, motivate yourself to the nationalism. Ask yourself what your mind says. If your mind says that you should not go to the election in the time of pandemic, then you should do it. If your mind says that you should go to elect the candidate, or the candidate you like, or you should go to the booth to have participated in the biggest festival of democracy, then do it. Listen to your consciousness, it is important. So that's all, my respected elder ones and my dear youth. And today I am leaving. It is already a huge speech. I hope you have enjoyed this, because I have also related current thoughts, current trend with future politics. Future politics topic motivation. So thank you for belonging with me so long, and goodbye till I meet you on next Sunday